get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Miami. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Again, it's Achane. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Throwing on 1st down. Katz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw again. Katz. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletion. Back to throw. Katz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Running right, here's Achane.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Katz. He finds his man. Complete. That's Black. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
60 yards.
And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
3rd and 4. Up the middle, Achane.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Katz. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Operating from the gun. Katz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Katz setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9. Finished it all off with a touchdown grab. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Fields. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Back to throw. Katz. That'll be caught by St. Brown. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun. Katz. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Looking to throw. Katz. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Down the left sideline. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on 2nd down. Katz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the...
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flowers going to go in motion right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. On the handoff, it's Achane. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Achane gets it from the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hillman. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Flowers going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. On second down, Hillman. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll run for it with Achane. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Another shot now for this Lions offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Here comes second down at 5. Operating from the gun. Katz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's second down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, as I said, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Here's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Well, here's your ball game. 1 second to play. And one last throw here for Fields.
Now a desperation. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1 and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday.